Ooh, man, this is the closest this car's looked like an actual car in probably about a year. Hey guys, what's going on? So today we're finally getting some new wheels for this car, and I'm incredibly excited. I know you guys saw the last wheels we put on it, but I actually stole these off of my red Galaxie, if you remember. So these aren't really the permanent wheels that were going on the car, the black Steelies. And you also gotta remember, these aren't matching. They're just like, to me, they're just rollers. One's a Dodge Steely and one's a Ford Steely from a different year, and they weren't really right. They're just rollers for me. I just mounted them on some cheap, quick tires that I had, and that was that. But this car's gonna be painted, and it's gonna be very nice. We're doing pretty much a full, like, mild restoration on it. I want to change the wheels up to really kind of give the car a nice little stance and definitely make it worth, you know, to hopefully in the long run a lot more money. I'll make the car look a lot more aggressive. So we're gonna go down and pick these things up, check them out, and I hope to God these things fit. They're very aggressive. I can say that the rear wheel is 10.5 inches wide. Which is gonna be interesting to see if I can get it to fit under this car. But nevertheless, we're gonna go pick these things up, check them out. I think you guys are gonna seriously like these wheels. So let's get in the car, let's head down there and check them out. Oh, too far. Alright guys, so I'm doing a little mail time segment for you guys. I haven't done one of these in a minute. Sorry, I've gotten all you guys' packages that you've been sending me. I've just been super busy with the white Galaxies. You guys have probably seen in the last couple of videos and the truck. So I haven't had time to sit down and actually do this. We're gonna go through a couple packages. First one I got is from Shamborsky. Doesn't say your first name on there, but we'll check this out. Oh, that is so cool. I've seen this shirt before, but I've always wanted it. Heck yeah. You guys are gonna get a kick out of this. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that sick? Got a bump side on there. Cool license plate on there. Heck yeah, dude, I'm gonna wear the crud out of this thing. I'm actually just gonna put it on right now. Sick. Now I won't get sunburned anymore. So our next one is from Waldo's Place. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a note in this one, but it says the Busted Knuckles Garage sticker scrapbook. That's pretty cool. That one's gonna go in the toolbox for sure. I like that. That's cool. Wow. That's really cool. Thank you. I didn't get a name in this thing. It just says Waldo's Place. So thank you. Really, I appreciate it for the sticker. That's definitely gonna go in the box for sure. All right, our next one here is from Wiener Speed Garage Media. Check these out. Ooh, there's a good amount in here. Heck yeah, check that out. Check out the artwork on these guys. Wiener Speed Garage. I like the Ratty Rotters one too, that's pretty cool. These are both really cool. I like these a lot. That's some good artwork for these things. And then look at these, we got the F100 Brotherhood stickers. You can check these guys out on Instagram. I've seen their page. A lot of cool stuff on there as well. This is some really cool stuff. I've needed some more F100 desired stickers to go in the box. We're definitely gonna be putting all this stuff on here. Realizing very fast that I need to go buy a new toolbox, another toolbox, or a medicine cabinet, or just designate one of my other toolboxes to get stickered because I have a ton of stickers now. So thank you guys a ton. All right, our next one's from Devin, the motorcycle mechanic. He was sending me a bunch of stickers from the previous one, so let's see what we got this time. I like it. That's a good one. I hope you guys can read it. You can't fix stupid. I like that one a lot. That one's pretty good. I should put this one on Sean's box. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks a bunch, Devin. I really do appreciate it. That's a good one for sure. We'll definitely put this one to good use. And I still have a large arsenal of previous letters and mails that you guys have sent me. I have a little file that I keep everything. So everything that's ever gone to my PO box I've received. And I have either in a file or we've used the product you guys have sent me. So thank you guys a ton. I really do appreciate everything you guys have sent me. I'm keeping all these. I hope when the actual like merch and brand thing starts going up, I can get my shipment stuff figured out. I can send you guys out some stickers, maybe some apparel, just kind of as a thank you for sending me stuff in the past. So once again, a massive shout out to, I believe this is I Shamborsky. I don't want to butcher your name. I apologize. I'm really bad with names. Devin the motorcycle mechanic again. Wiener Speed Garage Media. I appreciate you guys. And Waldo's Place. Thank you guys a ton. I really do appreciate it. Now let's get back into the video. Oh. Sick.
Mater's new wheels.
Yeah, dude. Look at these. Look at these bad Johnnies. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Freaking NT55R drag radial. It was 245 in the front, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
This one's not quite as aggressive as I wanted, but I mean, I'll definitely take that. The rear, though. Oh, my God. I can't even get over the rear. That looks really good. I really like that. I could definitely see that. You know what? We're just gonna ditch the slicks and we're just gonna run these. The only bummer is that my truck has 5 on 5.5 lug spacing, so they wouldn't fit even if I wanted them to until I go on the Crown Vic chassis. Yay! Oh yeah. Front one's a little off, but yeah, these things are sick. So these are from LMR. These are the SVE, just basic I don't know the offset, he didn't either. I'll have to measure them for you guys, but you can see it's a pretty aggressive setup. It's 275 40 17, which on this is a 10.5-inch wide rim, and I could actually put a 315 if I wanted to on this thing, but it's an NT 555R drag radial basically. And then these, I can't remember what the fronts were. These NT 555 G2s, that's what those were, and these are a 245 45 17, and this is a 9-inch rim. These are both 17s. This is a 9-inch wide, 10.5-inch wide. I don't know the offsets, I'll have to measure, but just look at the aggressiveness on this exact wheel. This is why I like this. It gives me like kind of Hot Wheels, kind of like you would think of like an old Hot Wheels Corvette. You'd have a wheel that looked like this. And I always like this style, the 5-spoke with a really aggressive lip. And then just the fact that it has a drag radial on it already makes it just that much better. Let's go see what they look like on the white Galaxie. All right, we're back with the red Galaxie. Oh my God, I bet you a lot of you guys didn't even know if I had this thing or not. I do have this car, we're not getting rid of it. We actually have some parts coming for this car, which is exciting. Finally, I can start getting to work on it because I know a lot of you guys have been curious, like, when am I gonna start working on the red one? Well, I wanna take one project at a time, obviously. So we did the NASCAR thing on my truck for fun. That was quick and a little bit easy. And then I obviously got the white car running and driving, which is nice. So I'm kind of just enjoying that car for right now, which gives me a chance to kind of shift gears and start to do some work on this car, because obviously I wanna get it back on its own way. It's been up on jack stands for almost a year, it's ridiculous. So I have disc brakes coming for it, which is really cool. I finally have those coming with the spindles and everything, so we can just drop those on, get our front suspension kit in the thing, and put the car back on the ground. But I thought since this car is already up in the air, you basically have to take the rear end out of the car to get a really wide wheel under this thing. Instead of trying to fit the wheels that I just got on the white car, it's the same car, so like it would really matter. We're just gonna use this one. So as you can see, my jack point is on the axle, so what we're gonna have to do is jack it up from the third member and move the jack stands up on the frame and then droop the rear axle outward. I will most likely also have to, because these cars suck, I will probably have to go ahead and undo our rear leaf spring hanger and droop the rear end down even more, which definitely sucks, but that's just how these cars are. A lot of you guys were also telling me to put the NASCAR wheels on it. I have one spare from my truck right here, but there's 2 reasons that I can't run these. Okay, so obviously, as you can see, these would fit. You can see that it's just touching the lip, but there's 2 reasons that I can't put these on the car. So that looks pretty cool, I think. Not too bad. It would be tucked under there, it's not right now. My truck is a 5 on 5.5 lug spacing. So you can see how wide that is compared to that. That's 5 on 4.5. This car is 5 on 4.5 Mustang lug spacing. This is 5 on 5.5, therefore these would not fit. So I'd have to get a whole new set just to do that, which is kind of unfortunate. Plus, with how aggressive these are, I can almost promise you that the NASCAR tires are too bulgy and too big to fit under the back of this car. And I can guarantee you that a 15 by 10 with a 4-inch backspace would not in a million years fit on the front of this car without cutting the entire fender open. Dang, man, this really bums me out because you can see there's a spacer on these things. So I would love to run these wheels. They look so good. They're 17 by 10.5, like I said earlier, and they fit actually really, really good. However, they fit really good with the 2-inch wheel spacer. You can actually see how close this thing gets. I mean, it's actually not touching. It just looks like it on camera. But you can actually, now you can see it. There's a little bit of a gap. All I'd have to do is roll them. I mean, they don't hit. You can see they're spinning just fine. But yeah, that's with a 2-inch spacer. So these are a 17 by 10.5 with a 6.8-inch backspace. So basically that means there is 6.8 inches from the back of the wheel backwards, so in. So more of the wheel is actually going in than out, which is opposite. I need like a 5-inch backspace, so that'd be almost 2 inches different, which would actually be perfect because then I get rid of my 2-inch spacer. But yeah, these things just, they look killer on this car. You can see how wide they are. The meats on the back of this thing just looks sick. I mean, that's definitely something I could live with right there. A 275 drag radial in the back of this thing, because this car should actually need a drag radial with the motor we're building for it. But dang, yeah, see, everything looks good. I'd drop it another 3 inches or so, and everything would work perfectly. But you know, I don't want to run a spacer just like you guys wouldn't want me to run a spacer. Spacers really just not only put strain on drivetrain components, but they're not, you know, it's like a cheating way to get a wheel to fit, and I don't really like that. But we did get these for a super cheap price, so we can either resell them or save them for a different vehicle. Not really sure what I want to do yet, but as of right now, these don't really fit, so we're gonna have to just put them on the car for now so I can get the car back on its own weight in the upcoming videos. But you know, it is what it is. We're definitely gonna have to change them. All right, so now we got the back wheels on the car. I feel like I neglected this car long enough, and like I said earlier, we're actually planning on getting it back on the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the seat and kind of just clean the whole car off. You can see how much dust and dirt is on all these powder coated parts. This is just mind-boggling that I've even let it sit this long, but can't do much when you don't have the money. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear all the stuff out of the car, underneath it, around it, clean everything around here. Obviously the rear's on its own, you know, weight. It's got jacks holding the rear end up right now, so it is technically on its own weight in the back. So I just gotta get the front suspension put back on the car, and then we can start mocking up some new sheet metal, which I got over here. So these are actually the fenders that came with the car, because my old one has a big dent right here. But if you look closely, this is actually a factory R code 427 fender. That's where the bird with the 427 badge used to be. And I have the factory hood with the long cutout for the air cleaner. Really cool. Not sure if we'll use the hood for this car, but definitely gonna be using those fenders. All right, much better. Now we can actually work on this thing, work around it. It's not a bunch of clutter all up to it. Definitely a lot better of a workspace. Now I got a nice open area right here. I can work on stuff, get the spindles back on it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wash this thing because it definitely needs a wash. Yeah, definitely pretty bad. So I'm gonna wash the whole front suspension, just kind of get a good look at everything. I think we're gonna replace these ball joints because it pissed me off of how cheap they are. All the hardware and the rubber already cracked. Look at that. Isn't that ridiculous? Cracked already, rusting. Sick. Also rusting, all that stuff. Like, come on, really? So I'm gonna replace some of this stuff. Wow, would you look at that? This car is actually kind of red. Man, I forgot how like bright the color is in this car. It's like a fire engine red. You can see here's the original champagne gold the car was. Both my Galaxies, funny enough, are champagne gold. So you can see this one right here. And then there it is again. Look at that. There's the front fender, and then again back on the trunk. You can see there's the factory color. Both of these cars are champagne gold 65 Galaxie 500s from California. So yeah, kind of a really fun fact. You didn't really know that about these cars. They actually are twins. It's pretty cool. Yeah, just in case you didn't realize how dirty it was, this is kind of like all the grime that's coming down the side of the car. Camera doesn't really show it very well, but a clean car that's apart is always better than a dirty one. All right, it's all cleaned up. It looks so much better. Oh my gosh, look at the front end of this thing. Everything is powder coated. Control arms and everything are powder coated. Frame and everything is POR 15. That's what the coating is. Some of you OGs might remember that. I think it was like 30,000 subs ago we did that. You can see the paint on this car actually ain't bad. It shines up where it needs to. And yeah, I definitely wanted to clean it. It was definitely worthwhile. And you'll probably be like, well, why are you even wasting your time cleaning a car that doesn't even have an engine in it? If you're anything like me and you have a car like this and sitting on the side of your house for, you know, however long and doesn't have a motor, doesn't have much in it, it's just been sitting covered in dirt and you're unmotivated to work on it, you know, I just felt like washing this car and just putting the wheels on it because these wheels were actually for the other car, but it drives, so I figured I might as well put them on this car because they're the same exact car. It just kind of gave me that new spark of motivation to work on it, and it doesn't take much effort, you know. If you don't have any money or time or tools, you know, everyone has enough time, you know, 30 minutes out of your day to go ahead and just wipe the car down, wash it off, just make it clean, whether it sits under a tree or not, you know. Just having having a nice clean project, whether it doesn't have front suspension, doesn't have an engine, doesn't have anything, you know, when you do stuff like this, it makes you more motivated to work on it because it looks more like a nice car. So that's kind of why I did it, you know. I think it looks good. It is a good looking car, but yeah, it just gave me that new spark to work on it that I didn't have before. So I don't know, definitely something I would recommend doing. All right guys, good morning. So second part of the video, we're actually finally gonna go pick up the brakes, the front spindles, disc brakes for my 64 Galaxie from my buddy Oscar. So I'm gonna head down and go pick this up, and we're gonna get right back to it and hopefully get them on the car before it's, you know, 10,000 degrees, because it's 115 yesterday and 111 today. So let's get right to it. All right, so these are our new brakes, for new to me brakes for my 64 Galaxie. So massive shout out to my buddy Oscar. He's actually the one that came over with a twin to my red car. He's got another red 64, so big shout out to him. These are actually a 69 Galaxie disc brake. Now what he told me basically is these are pretty much direct bolt on. The only thing that changes is just the tie rod end location, which is over here. Just sticks out a little bit further or further in, one of the two, and I just have to realign the car. It'll just give me a little bit of weird toe. This is a direct bolt on disc brake conversion basically for the factory drums that come on these stupid cars. So without getting carried away into it, basically it's gonna be super simple. For now, we're just gonna bolt them on the car to make it look like a car again, but later we're gonna go ahead and blow this all apart, new wheel bearings, new pads, paint everything, make it look pretty, make it all look new, paint the spindles and fully redo them. But yeah, you can see this is a just simple Ford disc brake on the back. The spindle is the most important part, because you obviously cannot just mount these discs on the stock factory drum spindle. That is the part that I needed. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bolt these on the car and I'll show you guys what we got going on. Ooh, man, this is the closest this car's looked like an actual car in probably about a year, and I'm pretty excited to see it. So I got the wheels mounted. It looks like a car. That's pretty cool. It's on its, you know, it's drooped out right now. We have a front suspension kit from Alden American to go ahead and put coil springs and adjustable shocks in here and actually get a good set right hide. And then later on, when it cools off a little bit, I'll pull these brake systems back off and apart, get them all rebuilt and put them back on the car for the final time, hopefully. But man, look at that. Wheel in the back and the wheels in the front. This thing looks good. I like it. And once again, these are the 17x9s in the front, as well as these 17x10.5s in the rear. Man, I can't get over that Fenman in the back, unfortunately, with the spacer. But yeah, I'm really excited to start bringing the red car back into the mix. Hopefully we can get the front suspension kind of figured out in the next couple videos, as well as getting some front sheet metal hung on the car, just kind of starting to fit it and make it look like a car again. And then we're probably going to work on possibly putting a half cage in this car with a bucket seat conversion. I'm not going to be using the bench anymore because of the engine. We can't really, it's not really safe. So, but yeah, guys, I'm super excited, super pumped for this car to make its way back onto the channel. I've wanted to do this for a long time. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am to see this thing back on the channel. This is the car I care about. A lot of you guys know this car from way back when. Some of you OGs that started watching the Galaxie content came from this car. So I know a lot of you guys like the white car because it's together, but this one's my baby. This is the one that I like because this is the one I get to have fun with and build it the way that I want it. So with that being said, like the video if you did enjoy it. Let me know your thing down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys from everybody that sent me packages. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video with this car. Bye guys.